Le Mans Ultimate has taken over as my sim of choice for the last 4 months or so. It gives me pretty much everything I want in a simulator from a series that I really enjoy following in the real world. But there is a list of 5 things that I've got that I'd love to see added to the sim. So here we go. The hypercar, force feedback and tyre model. Now, all the cars in this game drive brilliantly. The feeling you get through the wheel is incredible. You can feel what the tyres are doing. You can feel if the car's stepping out, if you're understeering. It's all very intuitive, very good to drive. The class that for me lets it down is the hypercars. They feel incredibly light. Like the power steering is just really, really powerful. And it just takes any feeling out of it, especially in the slow corners. You really can't tell too much what the car's doing. Until you either over-rotate or understeer off. Now, I know a lot of the cars have had revisions to the tyre models and you can feel that in the force feedback. I don't think the hypercars have had one, so I'm hoping that that is in the works and that comes along, because I think once that happens, for me, it'll make them much more drivable and enjoyable. And that's what I really want to drive. I really want to have a go in the hypercars and I don't have to be the super competitive, but I want to be able to feel what's going on. Track rotation in the short races. Now, I know that the devs have said that this is intentional, that all the short races in rookies for GT3 will be on base content tracks. And I don't disagree. I think that's great because it means that people that just buy the game, don't want to buy any DLC, can race, and they can race every race in that class. That's brilliant. For me, I'd like to see another one added that does include the DLC. I know that I don't always get time to run the slightly longer races in silver and gold. Sometimes I just get enough time to come in, jump on a race for 20 minutes, half hour, and then I have to go off and do something else, sort the kids out, put them to bed or whatever it is. So I'd like to see another series. I think there's room for it, for another series. It can be in bronze that does do the track rotation for all the tracks. Give us a bit more variety. Because sometimes you come on and it's on a track that you've raced either too much recently or you just don't fancy that night. We all get it. I know that I will race any track that's put in front of us eventually, but there are tracks that if I jump on and it's on, I'm like, do I want to? Do I not? Or if there was more selection of the tracks used, I think I'd get more use out of that lower series. We're going to talk about some bugs. Now, we are far away from the early access days where everything you clicked could crash it, anything could happen. We didn't really know what was going to happen when you loaded into a race. And that's part of early access. We all accepted that when we bought the game. And to be fair, it did make for some really funny moments, especially the one where you'd start on completely worn out tyres and just crash. Like, yes, frustrating, but it was quite funny. There's quite a lot still in there. Most of them are little bits and pieces here and there that are frustrating, such as your HUD disappearing when you change cars, when you change drivers in team races, or randomly getting like a wet tyre. Like, yes, it can ruin your race, but I mean, they'll be quite easily ironed out. The one that still gets me and can be frustrating is the crashes. Now, you can get a crash loading into a race, you can get a crash trying to go from the race session back to the main menu. Again, it's not the end of the world. Generally, I can get into a race, do my race, and get out. But I have had to do a lot of restart the program when I'm supposed to be joining a race. That's frustrating because you don't know how you're missing out on that qualifying time, or you might not even get in time. And the other one that happens a lot to me is going from race session back to main menu or practice session back to main menu. Now that's, again, not the end of the world. I got to do the race. Everything's kind of fine in that respect. But it's just frustrating. And I know it could be on my end. It could be something that only I experience. But I haven't done anything different to most people when I'm setting it up. I've installed the game. I've got hardware that can run the game. It shouldn't do it as much as it does. And I know that they are working on it. You can see that through the progress that's been made over the last year and a half, however long it's been. So I'm sure it'll iron out. It just frustrates me sometimes. I'd like to see a free LMP3 car included in the game. Both of them are paid content at the moment on the DLC packs, and they're fantastic. they're so much fun to race. I've done quite a bit of driving in them recently, and I just really enjoy it. We did the ELMS Paul Ricard team race where we actually came third, which is a massive achievement for us. We're normally towards the bottom and the back. And they're a really good class of cars, but without a free one, there will be a big chunk of the player base that will never try the car out because they won't want to spend the money on DLC just to try a car out. I know you get tracks of it, so there's a chance they would have bought it for the tracks. But you can see it in the sign-ups when you go onto the ELMS races. I can't say that fast. You will see like 50, 60 of the other cars and then maybe like 10 LMP3s. Now, I'm not saying that giving a free one away will instantly make that 50, 60 of the LMP3s as well. But I feel like it might boost a bit more of the field so you've got less skill spread in the people that are using them. I'm average. So if I get into a race and there's 6 LMP3s across the whole of the splits, well, I'm going to be in the same split as the others, or we're going to be split into such small fields that the race kind of isn't worth it. But I'm going to be 3 seconds off the fastest guy, and I'm going to be 5 seconds faster than the slowest guy. And it means that the spread's too wide. More people racing them would give us a bit more action in the LMP3 class, and I would hope that a free one might do that. And finally, and this one is just a fantasy one for me really, I want Daytona. Now, the 24-hour Daytona race on iRacing has been my favourite sim racing event for a long, long time. And I've run it for the last 6 years, I think, and always enjoyed it, whether we've done well or whether we've crashed out. All the prep for it, everything, it's always been like the main sim racing event. And I would really love to do that in LMU with the cars we've got, the graphics we've got, and all the bits and pieces that come with it. It would just be amazing. Now, I don't think or know whether they'd ever do IMSA and LMU into the game. It's, or IMSA and WEC, sorry, not IMSA and LMU. I don't know if they would do IMSA and WEC and combine it into the game. I know that there's a lot of tie-up with iRacing, but they also license out to a lot of other sims. I know they're in Automobilista, they're in quite a lot of other ones. So I don't know if they'd go because of the exclusive license that LMU has with WEC, whether they'd do that with IMSA. But if they could, oh, it would be so good. Anyway, that was just my 5 things that I'd like to see. Drop a comment if there's anything you want to see in the game, anything you want to see improved, anything you want to see added. And I'll catch you in the next one.